Tai Chi. So whatever you're doing, just take it 70% effort. Don't overstretch, don't overdo things. We're just about to start. So hips, knees, feet all in alignment. You're just going to take the arms backwards and forwards and flexing the knees. Let the shoulders be loose, let the arms be loose. We're going to have one arm forward, one arm back. The waist will turn, keep the head suspended by a piece of string, bringing the chin in and extending the spine in an upward manner. Still being loose as you can. And we're going to take them around the waist. And if you can, get one arm high so that it hits up here, just in that shoulder area, and the other one hits in the middle of the back. So from behind, that hand is going in just above the pelvis. So you're actually hitting two acupuncture points there. You can bring the toes up, if you can. Okay, we're going to put one foot out in front, making sure you're about hip width apart still. You're going to transfer the weight backwards and forwards and let the arms swing. So bending the front knee no further than the toes. Okay, then we're going to change legs. Put the other leg in front, again, bending the knee, flexing the knee backwards and forwards, changing the weight from the front foot to the back foot. Okay, we're going to stand up, feet together. We're going to gently take the head from side to side. Back to the center, ear to shoulder. It's like my head's touching the ceiling, but I can guarantee you that it's not. Get the head in the center, we're going to dip the chin down and gently back. We're going to take the head back, but not too far, just be gentle with it. So down, to the center and back to the center. If you can, if you're able, if you don't get any vertigo or anything, just going to take your head all the way around in a circle. If you do, just continue moving from side to side. And get to the front, reverse that movement. And stop at the center. When you get to the front there, we're going to take 3 deep breaths, bringing the shoulders up toward the ears. Hold it for a moment, and then we're going to let go, let the shoulders release, let your body release. Breathing in, bring the shoulders up. Hold it, and breathe out, let go. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out, let go. One more time. And breathe out, let go. Okay, so you can part the feet if you wish to. We're going to circle the hands, fingertips toward the floor, The wrists are circling round, and this was going inwardly, but it doesn't matter if you start the other way around, it's fine. And outwardly.
Rob, I think it's frozen. Definitely frozen. Oopsie. Oh dear. Oops.
We can't hear you, Jenny.
Can you hear me now? Rob?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you.
You're all good now, Jenny. Thank you. Just a little blip.
Okay. Okay. So shoulders inwardly rotating. Technology, eh? Who needs it? And outwardly. Okay, so going to make a circle with the waist. So keeping the waist moving around one way or the other. And then change direction. Okay, so you're going to put the weight on. I'll just move the screen a little bit so you can see my feet. Okay, so I'm going to turn one foot out, bend the knee. If your legs are not too good, hold on to something. I'm going to take them around in a circle. So I'm just rotating the hip joint open. Okay, then we're going to change feet. So I'm going to put that one, bend the knee, and open. Okay, knees together, feet together. We're going to bend the knees gently, down and back. And we're going to circle the knees. So this is helpful to lubricate your knee joint. Get a bit of oil 3-in-1 working in there, one way, and then change to the other way. I know my knees are creaking. I don't know about yours. I'm going to interlock the fingers, put the toes on the floor. I'm going to make a circle with the heel, and if you can, with your hands. Okay, then we're going to change the other side, toes down, make a circle with the heel. Okay, let's have a little shake. And we're going to do the 8 Qigong. I believe you have done this before. So I'll take it quite slowly in case there's anyone that hasn't done it. We're going to step out. We're going to bring the arms up, hands into prayer position. So I step there, that's a bit better. And bring the hands down, the side of your body. Push the fingertips toward the screen, stretching. Turn the palms. Bring the elbows into the body, push the elbows behind. Palms together at the front. Take the hands up above the head. Bring the hands down the ears. So I'm going to just change that. Down the ears. Into prayer position. If you can, lean forward, push the palms toward the floor. Make sure you're not going to be unsafe. Push the palms toward the screen, circle them open, bring them into the waist, fingertips facing each other. You take the hands above the head, push up. Then we're going to take the arms behind the body as far as possible. We're going to bend the knees and kick up in front. And down. We're going to do that another 2 or 3 times. Stretch, increasing the stretch each time if you can. Turn the palms, bring the elbows in. Push behind. Palms together. Up above at this time, you want to bring your feet up if you can, heels up. Push to the floor. Push forward, circle round. Fingertips opposite each other. Palms to the ceiling. Open. Take the arms behind. And up. One more time. Stretch toward the screen. Turn the palms. Elbows come in. Elbows behind. Squeezing into the wrists. Take the hands over the top of the head. Down the back of the neck. Together. Press down, so you should be feeling a stretch in the back of the legs. Take the palms facing the screen, open, and back in. Palms to the ceiling, arms behind, bend the knees, pick up, and down. Okay, so we take 3 deep breaths to close off. Breathing in, bring the arms up, palms face the body on as you breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, and relax. A little shake. Okay, so we're going to look at a few of the Tai Chi postures today. We're going to start off with wave hands like clouds, which I think you've been doing some in the 8 hand form. So I will endeavour to, we're going to do this without moving first of all. So I'm going to demonstrate this way a few times, and then I will turn around the other way and you better see me in the mirror. Okay, so top hand, lower hand is by the elbow. Basically, I'll just demonstrate it for you. I'm going to drop the top hand to cover my belly, my waist. So this is protecting the lower region. Should anyone try and kick you or whatever, you can get that hand out of the way. The other hand is high. So ideally in front of your face, but the good thing is you mustn't stare at your hand, as if you could see through it to the other side. So my waist is going to turn, and my arms are attached. So my arms are not moving independently of my waist, okay? This is important. So from side to side, that's what we're going to do. So just start off by doing this with me. So one hand low, one hand high. Important things to note are not to have the shoulders up to your ears. They should be relaxed. And there's space under your arm, each armpit. And you're turning your waist from side to side. So just get that movement going. Okay, and relax. So, doesn't matter which arm you start off with first, palm is facing away from you, the arm is not straight, the elbow is relaxed. So there's no tightness. If you feel tightness in Tai Chi, it's incorrect. You want to be as soft and relaxed as you can. You don't want to be tight and stretched and tense. You need to be relaxed. So let the elbow relax, palm is away, the other hand is by the forearm. So I'll just demonstrate what we're going to do. I'm going to bring my hand down, and I'm going to turn my waist. The lower hand is then going to rise up to the wrist. The hand is then going to turn so that it's then also facing away from you. And they're going to change places. Hand to wrist, turn. So let's do that together. So, one hand up, other hand by the forearm. Drop the top hand in front of the belly area or a bit lower. Turn the waist. Bring the bottom hand up to the wrist. Turn the palm. Drop the hand. Turn the waist. Lower hand rises. Turn the wrist. So initially when you start doing this, it may be a little bit square and a little bit tensed. But the idea is the more you do it, you get to be a bit like a wind waving tree. So you want to be soft. The more waist you have turning from side to side, the better it is. Hopefully that's getting a little bit softer now. So this can be used quite usefully for a more meditative practice, just standing, doing this. So in the forms, they all obviously have footwork in them. So for this movement, we're going to put hands on the waist. You can see in the rear view mirror there, I've got my legs apart. I will change the angle of the viewer in a moment. I'm going to put all the weight on one side. You'll see that my body is turning, my waist is turning. So in order to challenge, see how your waist is turning is why we've got our arms at the waist here. So my waist doesn't turn, my arms don't move. All the weight is on one side. Then I'm going to step in, then transfer the weight to the other foot. Turn my waist and step out. I'll change the angle of the viewer in a moment. Okay, so we'll start this together. You can actually see me in the rear view mirror there, my lower half. So stand with your feet apart. You're going to put all your weight into one side, turning your waist so that your elbow comes toward the front. You're going to lift the opposite leg, toe down, heel down, and step in. Turn the waist, step. All the weight goes into the one leg you're heading to the direction of, and step. So we're going to go the other way. Turn the waist, transfer the weight, step. Turn the waist, transfer the weight, step. Transfer the weight, turn the waist, and step. So the stepping, you should have a sort of a fist width between your feet. Yes, will do. So I'm going to turn around and you'll be able to see me in the mirror. Turn the waist. Step. Turn the waist. Transfer the weight. Step. Back to the right. Turn the waist. Transfer the weight. Step. Turn the waist. Transfer the weight. So we're going to back. I'm going to my left now. Transfer the weight, turn the waist, step. Transfer the weight, turn the waist, step. Okay, so that's the footwork. Hopefully that was helpful for you, turning that way and be able to see me in the mirror. So the difficult bit is getting the hands and the feet together at the same time. So I'm going to lower that a little bit. So what we're looking to do is turn the waist, transfer the weight, turn the wrist and step at the same time. Transfer the weight, turn the waist, step. Transfer the weight, turn the waist. So you're looking at each time you turn your wrist, your foot will be stepping. So the idea is the wrist and the hand and foot in Tai Chi are always moving at the same time. So they always end up, it's very normal for people when they normally start doing this is to get their hands and the wrists in the uncoordinated. So it takes a lot of practice. It's not something you can do overnight quickly. So it's a lot of practice in order to be able to do that. So I'm going to turn around now and you'll be able to see me in the mirror. I hope, yep. So this is my right hand. I'm going to my left. Hand and foot. Turn the waist, transfer the weight. Hand and foot. Turn the waist. We're going to go back to my right now. Weight is in my right leg. My waist is turning to the right. My foot is coming in. Hand reaches the wrist. Palm turns out as the hand reaches the wrist. Okay, so in order to get the waist moving properly, we're going to do an exercise called silk reeling. And I'm just going to demonstrate that for you. And it's a bit like cloud hands. Okay, but you're turning your waist. So that's my navel, and I'm turning my waist from side to side. Exactly the same as when you did the warm-up exercises. Your waist was turning. Okay, exactly the same movement happens when you're doing cloud hands or silk reeling, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to put one hand on the waist. I'll just demonstrate it first. So what's happening, you can see my waist moving. I'm going to exaggerate it greatly now. Okay, so my waist is turning to one side. As I come to the center, it's turning to the center, then it's turning to the other side, and then I'm giving a little push. My belly button is coming back to center. So basically my belly button is going to the side, to the center, to the side, to the center. Okay. So it doesn't matter which hand you use. Okay, so one hand on the waist, the other hand is palm out. We're going to take the hand high. So my navel is now facing to the corner. Low, my navel is facing center. My hand is coming up. My navel is facing to the corner. I'm going to push my hand a little bit and push so that my belly button is then coming back to center. Turn the waist. Okay, so from the other angle. See, my waist is turning to the left, to the centre, to the right, slight push back to the centre. One more. High hand, waist level hand, push. Okay, and we do exactly the same thing with the other side, which is why it doesn't matter which side you were doing. So opposite hand on the waist, a little teapot. It's a good one. Okay, so high hand, turning the waist back to centre, turn the waist to the corner, bring the hand up, push, abdomen comes back to centre. High, low, push, back to centre. High, low, push the hand slightly, back to centre. So my waist comes back to the centre as I push my hand. To the corner, push. One more. To the corner, push. So if I had a light on my belly, in my navel, it would be making an arc. Okay. So I'm going to do the same exercise, the other side. High, low, push to the corner. My waist is turning to the right, waist is turning to the left, centre. Waist to the right, waist to the middle, waist to the left, waist to the centre. Last one. And relax. Okay, so that's an important thing to get your waist moving. So it can be practiced quite effectively on your own. I know some of you have limited space at home to be training in, so it doesn't take a lot of space to do that, and it's very useful because you have a channel here, a meridian in Chinese medicine. So the belief that there are visible lines of energy running through the body with energy within them. So obviously people weren't chopped about in those days. We now know that this is more nervous system and the lines of the nervous system run around the waist channel. So lots of collections of nerves. So this is called the belt channel in Chinese medicine. Center of energy in the front here and a center of energy in the middle lower part of the spine. So importantly, this center of energies actually help to feed the legs, the energy to the legs, and makes qi flow more effectively. So the more you can turn your waist, better is your leg strength and your leg energy. Okay. So two very important points that you're feeding, the dantian and ming men in the back there, both very important for your health. So the more you can keep your vitality smoothly running, the better you'll feel. Especially at this time of life, what's happening with us. Okay, so just recap that again. The wave hands like clouds. Okay, so I'm going to mirror you now. Just do the stationary hands first of all, ensuring that we turn the palm. So turning the waist, bringing the lower hand up, reaches the wrist, turn the palm. You want a slight extension there. So what you're not doing is straightening the arm. It's a slight extension, just a little push. Okay, so just a little push, just a little push. Okay, so the legs, step, hands, and as that step comes, my hand is in line with my wrist and my palm is turned. So the weight goes into one side, Gonna step that time. Step. 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 No step this time. Back the other way. Step. Transfer the weight. Turn the waist. And bring the hands to the centre and down. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. The main thing is to get that waist turning from side to side. So as your waist turns from one side to the other, you'll notice that this area here called the quad, the groins, as we call them, groin area, one of your legs will close. One of these groins will close as you're going that particular way. The other one will then be more open. So if you put your hands in your groin and you turn your waist to one side, you'll feel that the groin closes and the other one is open. And obviously, same to the other side. So if you change one side to the other, you'll feel there's a difference. One will be open, one will be closed. This will tell you if you're actually moving your waist correctly. Will help you. One open, one closed. Okay, so just something to check, something to practice along with your moving of the waist. Okay, so we're going to do, I think you've done the 8 form, haven't you? So hopefully you've all done the 8 form on here today. So I'm just going to do a little first 4 movements of that together. And I'll let you see me in the mirror there. So again, check your posture, your head suspended by that piece of string. You're going to step out. Commencing form, the arms are going to rise up, shoulder height, the elbows will drop, the arms come down as you push, slightly flex your knees, hands to waist level. We pulse the monkey. This is my left hand coming forward, right hand to ear. Push over the front hand and elbow behind. Turn the front palm, put your left palm, left hand to ear, push over the front hand and elbow behind. Okay. So the next movement is brush knee push. Step out, brush and push. Bring the toes up, step back, bring the foot in, turn the waist, brush and push. Then come back to the centre, hold the ball, the right hand on top. So I'm going to do this around the other way for you in a moment. Part the horse's mane. Hold the ball. Part the horse's mane. Okay, and relax. Obviously after that is the one we've been practicing, which is wave hands like clouds. Step out with my left foot, commencing form. Arms rise up, shoulder height, elbows drop, palms go down to the floor, flex the knees as you come down. We pulse the monkey with the right hand, hand to ear, push over the front hand and elbow behind. Put your left palm, left hand to ear, push over the front hand, elbow behind. Brush knee, push step, right hand to ear, as you turn the waist, brush and push. Back to the centre. Look at your left palm, step out, brush and push. Back to centre, hold the ball with the right hand on top. Turn the waist, push the lower hand behind and throw. the centre, and bring the hands in and down. So hopefully you've done all those movements, haven't you? I believe you've been doing the 8 hand form, so I'm hoping that's correct and that you're okay with that. If not, let me know. So we're going to do some warm downs now. We're just going to do a little bit of Qigong. So stand with your feet apart, hip width. So you want to be flexing your knees as if you're going to sit on a chair. Okay, it's not just a slight sit on a chair so that your tailbone comes down, enabling you to be central. Piece of string coming off the top of the head, tongue to the roof of the mouth. And we're going to make sure that you've got enough room for a bird's egg under a chicken's egg underneath your armpits. Fingers are facing the floor. And we're going to bring the arms up. So at this point, you need to think of yourself as having a big beach ball in front of you and a beach ball under each arm, supporting your arms so that you're not too tight, you're not too flaccid, just that bit in the middle. Okay, going to bring your hands, palms opposite each other, fingertips are facing up to the ceiling. Going to bring your hands in slightly, without touching, just bringing them close. So as if you've got a sticky sweet stuck in the center of the palm there, and you can't quite let it out of your hands, it's sticking them together. So some of you may be feeling a strange feeling in the center of the palm there. Maybe a warm, tingly feeling, maybe pins and needles. And some of you may not feel anything at all, which is not unusual. Something to work at, making sure that your arms, your elbows are not tight, they're not collapsed or too loose, that they're just right with that, neither flaccid nor stiff. Okay, so we're just going to keep building up this energy. So in the center of the palm, there, when you bend your fingers over, your center of the palm there is an acupuncture point, heart protector 8, which you should be feeling this from. If you've got cold hands and feet, you probably take a while to feel that. Okay, I'm going to change your hand over, so the other one hand is on top. We're going to holding the ball. We're just going to bring one hand in and one hand out. Try and keep in contact with that feeling you have if you found it. I'm going to turn the hand over again, so the other hand is on top, holding that ball. Hopefully your hands will be warming. So I want you to move the top hand around in a circle onto the lower hand. See if you can sense anything there. So this is your chi energy that you're feeling, if you can feel anything, electromagnetic stuff. Have a look online if you want to have more information. It's a topic in itself. Okay, then reverse that movement. So let's bring the circle round a little bit. Okay, and back to the original posture. Bringing in and out. Okay, we're going to do a face massage now. Your hands should hopefully be warm. And then we're going to rub the hands together. I'm just going to remind you of the points, either side of the jaw, either side of the mouth, the nose, the nostrils, flares there. Follow the fingertips up across to the eyebrows, over the eyebrows into the dent at the side there, down, Okay, so we're going to push up 3 times. Just okay for climb. Okay, let's pink my face up very nicely. I'm going to have wide fingers all the way across the top of the head 3 times. And we're going to briskly go over the ears. Whew, okay, can't see anything now. So on your ears, you can pull the lobe down, the middle bit back, the top bit up. There's about 400 acupuncture points on your ears, so you want to get your body in tone, keep pulling on your ears lots of times. Okay, another little bit of a rub. And we're just about done. I don't know if we're doing any more. Just have a little shake off. And I will be seeing you next Monday to cover for Linda. Hopefully we won't have any interruptions in the middle of this one, the next one. Okay. Little shake the leg. And shake the other leg. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye and I'll see you next week. Take care.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.